So, it's Calabos, playing Towncraft, um, well, or otherwise known as I hope the zombies don't eat my face. Apparently there's a way down there that they can get to me still, and so I've been dealing with random incursions as I clean up this area. Notice it's a slightly neater than it was. At least I like to think that it is. At this point, my goal is to expand out and make another room. So this is going to be a portal room because I will at some point need to go to the surface. And I need to arrange for having a way to get there. It's very easy. Just thought I would... Why am I even picking up the floor? I don't know. Just collecting that marble for later. I like the look of it. So I'm going to make this room shorter. Again, as I said, the plan is to make this room self-contained, or at least contained, so that when I am loading in from another zone, I don't have to discover the zombies the fun way, which, is they kill me before I'm even finished loading in, and so I never see them. Doesn't everybody like it when that happens? So you've probably seen everybody use the pressure plates like this before. So the ideas behind the pressure plates is you put them on the inside of whatever door you're planning on using, so that the door closes behind you. No, I don't like the way that those doors were facing. I prefer to have the door right next to the pressure plate, because if its pressure plates are on this side of it as the door closes here, sometimes the door will close before you actually get through the door, which makes it very challenging to get through the door. I mean, it does for me anyway. I suppose that the people who are more adept at not running into things are probably better at it. So so each of these portals are about the size of the end portal. I don't recall that all of them are implemented. I think that most of them are implemented, but not all of them. You'll notice that I have very clearly been up there. When I was squaring off the room, there were just a lot of random resources that I was harvesting as I went. So that's probably far enough. I feel that one room for all the portals is sufficient. I won't need doors for each of the individual portals. So couple of episodes ago, you noticed that I got vines from one of the quests. It was beginning of all things. Here, mossy stones. Or where was it? I don't know. But there was a quest around here that gives me or that gave me vines. Stick. There it goes. So I recall saying that they were not terribly necessary. So I finished knocking out this room, and then I will show you. That sound you're hearing is me opening and closing the door as I stand on the pressure plates. Don't mind the silence. I'm just struggling to figure out how to make pickaxes. It's very early in my day, or very late in my night, depending on how you look at it. But this is how my schedule works out. So we'll make the first portal here, so that, in case I run out of time, which I've only been recording for about 7 minutes, so I probably shouldn't. You'll at least see my method of doing it. So, as I said, looks kind of like an end portal. Shaped pretty much like that. The difference being you want to do it out of mossy stone. So this is what the portals look like. I heard a skeleton. It's gonna be fun. We'll get rid of the skyberry because skyberry is a poisonous thing. Therefore not as much fun to eat. At some point I will actually need to organize this nonsense, so I can find things. Right. So the very first portal that you open, this takes you to the surface, and I will go there this once to demonstrate it. But I'm pretty much going to ignore it. I just, I'm going to be working underground first. There's not really a lot up here that I would want. Uh-oh. Well, oops, I forgot. So the portals are weird. If you get far enough away from them or wait a couple of seconds, they immediately trigger. So this is a future pack dungeon thing. Looks like it got neatly bisected by this crevasse. Quantanium. So not knowing very much about Future Pack. And I couldn't tell you what any of that is. What's that? What I can tell you is that it's a really good idea to light this area up. And to market. So here's an exciting thing to notice. So if you look at this crevasse, you'll see a bunch of lava right off the bat and a bunch of red X's after that. But what you won't see is ore. So as far as I'm aware, in this mod pack there is no ore in the overworld, unless you find it. Now what there are zombies, and foolishly I am probably going to die to this one. Oh, or not. So the purpose of this is really a lot of lava. And I may need that later. Y equals 14. I am very near bedrock, actually. Okay, so these are not breakable. So that's interesting. So I'm guessing that I am just outside of a future pack. I guess dungeon is the best word to use. Glow neon bricks. So without actually getting to the surface and then entering the proper entrance, there's no way to get in as far as I'm aware. But that's fine. There's usually a teleport or something. But theoretically the surface is up there. And I'm at a jungle, which is very convenient, you know, for cocoa and stuff. But there we go. So that is one of the dungeons that or one of the gates that you can make. I have a million of these. I think the other two you have access to easily are with the aquamarine and the diamond. And the aquamarine goes to the aquatic cavern, which is basically just a giant cave that's got a lot of water in it, much of which is submerged, but is not completely submerged. And if I can set this up right, I will show you. So, cool thing about these portals, you can actually place them together so that they share blocks. It only checks the intervening blocks, or the where's my English? I think I'd be better at it. So it only checks the edge blocks. It doesn't necessarily check, what the edge is connected to. So you can just do that, and then once I find, oh, I've got an aquamarine on me. Aqua cavern portal. So if I try to go through, as you saw, it tries to tell me that my miner rank is too low, and that is to keep you from instantly drowning, just in case that the portal spawns completely in water. Now, I haven't got any diamonds yet. I would have to go much lower. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, right. Well, that's fine, I guess. So like I was saying, if I'm using this as a different one, I can just vein mine the entire section. It's quite handy. Portals. So floor. That in there. Sadly, I'm not one of those people that just automatically makes the magical pretty builds. I'm just not that kind of builder. Most of what I do is utilitarian. I make it work, and then after I make it work, I fix it as best I can, which typically is not all that great. But, it is what it is. It will be what you make of it. So that'll be one portal, so that's 2. Three, 4. So yeah, for the Mirage portal, you need these Mirage books, and there's not really, I haven't really found a good demonstration of how they work. The mod pack, the mod maker is actually was pretty cagey about it. He didn't, you know, he didn't say exactly how it was accomplished, which, you know, is fine, but I'm not exactly sure how to do it. So we may or may not get into those, depending on whether I can find the information or somebody who watches randomly can tell me. One or the other. So, but yeah, I know that there are approximately 7, and that is the reason for the dimensions of the room. For example, I should be able to just go portal, space, portal, wait, is that right? No. So it should be portal, portal, okay. Oops, I just killed the portal. That was me just demonstrating. Right. So yeah, if you change the block type, the portal becomes invalid and goes away. Just so that you know, now that I know. I seem to recall that there are difficulties with going to the Nether from places that are not the overworld. And so we will not be trying that excitement. But we will finish this. So eventually, that will get us to more places. When I have a diamond or my mining level goes up, I will certainly I'll certainly go in there, and you guys will get to see all the excitement. One of them is the cavern portal, which I don't have access to, is a giant cavern. It has more ore than this. And hi, you're stuck. Let me help you out. It has more ore than this, and it is crawling with mobs. It's a creeper. I just fixed that floor. How rude. So, it sounds like it is time for me to go. It's approximately 25 minutes, which is probably where I'm going to try and aim most of my videos in general. Alright, thanks for showing up. I hope you enjoyed it. Questions, comments, concerns, leave notes down below the video. You know, give it a like if you like it. If you don't, you know, don't give it a like, thumbs down, something. Tell me why. Maybe I can fix it. I don't know. Alright, you folks have a crazy good day. Crazy good weekend. Whatever day this comes out. Enjoy.